Yay, 1,000 centages. I am sub now. Would you play me 3 games and tell me my mistakes for 10,000 bits? 1,000 centages. Yeah, that sounds fair. What if you don't make any mistakes? Do I still get the money? All right, en poisson. I'm supposed to tell you what you did wrong? Probably. I think the first thing you did wrong was give me 10,000 centimeters. Okay, that's come on. E4. You see, kids, that's the power of please. We're playing 5 minutes. How did that happen? No. Luckily, it's 10,000 centimeters. Is this Switzerland? It is. He's playing pretty neutral so far. If only my bishop was here, or his was here. Darn. I like your style, Snrub. Hello, I'm Mr. Snrub. Yes, that'll do. And I think we should give the money to the local energy concern. I like the way Snrub thinks. I'm man incognito. What? He didn't hang his knight. Boo. That was the first thing you did wrong, not hanging your knight. Passed pawn 9999 subscribed. Good, good. Lee Man. Lee Man. Lee Lemon. Do I feel slightly guilty? I do, but just slightly, just slightly. Unbannable account. Inconceivable. 2 bishops, what else? Put it in A. I guess this is a better move. But I hate to do it. All right. Zapwitz confused and aroused. That's correct. You can buy this shirt at ccscatl.merch.com, I think. At our merch store. Just go to our website and buy merch. The more merch you buy, the more money I have. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, go there and spend all your money until you don't have any. Then you're good. Always retreat. We have lots of merch. We got like thousands of items. We have the best merch store of any of the chess streamers. A lot of you guys haven't been there. We have dozens of items, colors, sizes, mugs, and we have some new stuff up there too. It's mostly clothing, but there's some other stuff now. And blah, blah, blah. The 90s were a better time. Yeah, that's true. Never play F3, max the envelope, and so forth. Well, I guess he can play F3, because technically my shirt says never play F6. So, all right. So, I guess F3 is allowed. Well, I could sack the exchange. I'm not sure why I'm sacking the exchange. I just like sacking the exchange. What didn't you understand about always? I'm trying to think if I can make this joke or not. I mean, I can. Put it in H. Say the joke. We are on Chess TV. That's not why. It's, it's not, I don't know. He put it in H. Let's see. I take you. You take me. You know what this move reminds me of? I was playing a WGM once about, 14 years ago. Playing Blitz at some tournament. And 5 games in a row, she sacrificed the exchange. And I was like, is that normal, sacking the exchange every game? And she said something really weird. She said, my tampon told me to do it. I said, what? Your tampon? What kind? And she said, always. Bam! First plate in the game. Gotcha versus bitch. Yay, 2,400 viewers. Your lord can't stop you now. 2 bishops, what else? And an extra queen. It's funny, one of the most famous 3-ways of all time was there were these 2 people from the church, which is why it's so well known, and Freddie Mercury. And it reminds me of this position. 2 bishops and an extra queen. Oh, snap. It's 2 bishops. Kids, run. Run for your lives. We do a rematch. Hooray. Yeah, then after the 3 games, I can tell you all the stuff you did wrong. Well, the more you donate, the funnier jokes I tell you or something. Maybe he won't take back. Then I can tell him what his mistake was. It's funny, I actually know this guy from it. He had another handle, because he's Swiss, so I recognize who he is. And, he told me he was traveling and he wanted to know where to stay. And I said, well, you're Swiss. He's like, yeah. I said, well, then you should stay at the Neutral Milk Hotel. And that's what happened. All that happened. It's based on a true story. It's time for a beige alert. 500 centidues. Thanks, Chess Ninja. Havana, una, na. Da, 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 da. Una, na. Uh-huh. No. No. The more you donate, the more jokes I tell. It's time for the second train. Go trains. What's worse, giving me all your money for the train or listening to train? Oh, that's a tough one. Would you rather listen to train the rest of your life? That's the only music you could hear. Or get hit by a train. Those are your options. Pontius Pirate subscribed. Good. 200 centidues, blunder sandwich. How big is the train? Exactly. No, it's too complicated. Boo, boo. The simplest way is the best way. Big money, no way me stop. $3. While eating on croissant. Okay. It's lawful waffle. Oh, sorry, I don't have the list up. Wow, the list is pretty short. There's Nigel and so forth. Still theory. Hit by multiple trains. I don't know, the crowd wants me to go here, but I don't know. Sort of shallow and pedantic. All right, C4 is explosive, so I guess I'll do that. Yay! Thanks for buying merch, Blue Jay. You're the best. The shipping costs. Shipping is cheap. Or something. 500 centidues. Thanks, Chess Ninja. You like the cut of my jib? Thank you. Yeah, one time I had to go to the doctor because the first cut was the deepest. Man, harsh. If I don't get mated, I'll be okay. If I get mated, then probably not. They won Grammys? Man. There was a year before you guys were born when Christopher Cross won more than one Grammy, and Elton John and David Bowie were like, say, what? Yeah, true story. They were just like, the Grammys are ridiculous. This guy's winning a Grammy and not us. And I was like, yeah. No, the guy's going to mate me in St. Louis. No, boo. I want to live. You know, what's his name? Trying to learn more, wore not this shirt, his own F6, never play F6 shirt, when he flew. So I wonder if he wasn't a gate F6 or not. No. By the way, I don't want to like ruin your buzz here, but I'm going to ruin it now. Every song you've ever heard your whole life is a remake of that song. There's no song you've ever listened to that wasn't already made before. Which doesn't make sense mathematically, but it's still true. I stand correct. The first cut is the deepest is a good example since I was doing that. There's songs that I've heard for 25 years, and then all of a sudden I hear the original. And I'm like, what? That wasn't the original? And they're like, nah, man. I'm an optometrist. Iverson Zira. Man, that's an overrated handle. Oh, snap. Gotcha, Allen Iverson. Who would have thought the thing that changed the world was AI, but it wouldn't be Allen Iverson? Man, that's a good move. Now I have to get lessons from him. No, boo. And others. Put it in F. So I think we have to stop playing on Passant because the game's too exciting. It's Blue Jay chess. I forgot what you did, but thanks. You did something. What did you do? You just did it too. I'm a genius of the highest caliber. Oh, you bought merch. That's what you did. I knew you did something. Are you sure it was a book? Are you sure it wasn't nothing? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, every song is a cover. Every song. Like, take your favorite songs, write them down, go to the internet, and none of them are what you think. They're all covers. Yay, always sack the exchange. It's going to be disappointing for you. But after, like, the third one, you'll be like, all right. I mean, the crowd wants me to go here, but the crowd's pretty bad at chess. So, probably shouldn't listen to the crowd. This guy's not as bad as he plays. Well, okay, maybe he is. What? What was that all about? I mean, you were losing, but you weren't that losing. You were a little losing. Now you're a lot losing. He's a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Soy instead of meat. I'm a loser, baby. I think that's how this song goes. It's a perfectly cromulent word. Look in the Dictionary. Let's see, queen here, and then I have mate. Do I have a quicker mate there? Maybe. I mean, but I guess mate is mate, so. Mate is mate. All right, one more for good luck. Yeah, every song is a cover. Every song you like is a cover. I'm sorry. I didn't want to be the one to tell you that. $5. If I could select a video, I've made 1 billion videos. I don't know. There's a song I've been hearing forever. I think the song's from the 60s, and it's a cover. It was a CCR song. And then I heard like the 50s version from some group I never heard of. I'm like, what? I forgot what song it was. It was Green River. I don't know. It was a CCR song, and I'm like, how can a song from the 60s be a cover? But it was. Every song's a cover. As long as you realize every song is a cover, then it's fine. Then you got nothing to worry about. All songs are covers. Even the original of that's as a cover. It's amazing. Forever, ever, forever, ever. That's right. Don McLean did the cover before it was made. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Loopy subscribed 2/3 of a year. That's correct. Havana, ooh, na, na. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Jazz is just all the same. I can make up a jazz song right now. Do 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 do. That's just Mary Had a Little Lamb. Oh, okay. How about this? D D D D D D D. You just replace do's with D's. Don't. Da, da, da. It's like the jazz, you see. It's like Jello pudding pops. Bum, bum, bum. Interview on perpetual chess. Super interesting. Thank you, thank you. I like all the Brazilian or Portuguese covers of David Bowie songs in The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Those are great. A Kenyan won a men's marathon. I don't believe it. Also, he spelled surprise wrong. Grunge War, 200 centimeters. Hooray. Every song is a cover. Ugh. I really like Miles Davis. It's too bad that Steve Davis decided to play snooker instead of chess, because he had good matches with Tony Miles. Man, those were great. I ain't jazzing you either. Okay, maybe I am. Dun, dun, dun. That's the Kenyan. What didn't you understand about sudden death? In your chess club was allowed to drink beer while playing? No. You saw the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. I could also take these ways. Nobody knows which is correct, except this is correct. People can drink hemlock. That's correct. I order hemlock a lot at the casino, but I haven't gotten it yet. I said I want hemlock with more spit than usual. Normally the server doesn't get it. They don't get me the hemlock or understand the joke. Terrible. Yeah, I asked this one server to get me hemlock, and she was like asking me all kinds of questions. Why do you want the hemlock? What do you hope to achieve? And she went on and on. I'm like, why are you doing that? And she says the Socratic method. Yay, it's pandemonium. Thanks for the pawn. Much obliged. Sherlock Hemlock was a good character on Sesame Street. I agree. Yeah. It's funny when Sherlock Holmes, when he was, I mean, most of the stuff he did with Watson, just like detective, it's not mundane, but there's mundane stuff too. You just, you don't see it. Anyway, one of the funniest things was whenever they would go somewhere, this isn't common knowledge, but, Watson had an issue with, his bladder. He had to go to the bathroom a lot. And he would always, Holmes would be taking him places, and he's like, do you know where the bathroom is? And he's like, well, do you have to go 1 or 2? And he said 1. This kept going on and on and on and on and on. And he says, how come you always go number 1, you never go number 2? And Watson said, no shit, Sherlock. Karen would hate that joke because of the long setup. But, I made the joke up as I was telling it. So, too bad. If you don't like the jokes, donate and I'll change them. It's pandemonium. This reminds me of the famous game Up in This versus Bitch. I mean, I got kicked off of Chess TV once for telling that joke a long time ago. And I was like, why'd you guys kick me off Chess TV? And they said, you're shit out of luck. And I was like, damn. Yay, Ogman278. Yay, 5 subs. Hooray! You were not that goof at jazz. I thought I was goof at jazz. Darn. Man, I always thought I was goof at jazz, but I was wrong. Whose turn is it? Mine. Mine. This is like my first game with Anand, because my opponent can do Vishwa nothing. How's it going?
Fine.
Put it in H. Hooray! He gave me 10,000 cents to do, so I'd play him 3 games. That was the end of the 3rd game.
Who's he?
Whoever has the money. En passant, please. Even though I'm down a queen, right? It says 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, and I had the advantage and never let it go. It's like Karen. I have the advantage, I'm never letting her go. Was the tournament rated?
Hey, Grungeford. Yes, it was rated.
Hooray for everybody. And the last round was tough for our family.
We still have some employees here.
Okay.
Yeah, the last round was...
I have to analyze the game with him. This is all theory.
Not good.
Yeah, so queen takes is unusual. This and this are both much more common. I've never even seen queen takes. So pawn takes, knight c3 is my preference. Some people play knight takes, then take with the queen. I don't have to play with the way I played. Like, this will just be equal, but I wanted to get you an isolated pawn. This is equal too. Yeah, the reason I played bishop b4 was, I wanted to make this more annoying, but you probably just play knight c3. I think a3 b4 is probably wrong because you weaken all these squares. And then this pawn's, I'm attacking the pawn, so forcing, like my bishop on a5 is stupid. So b6 pretty good. Yeah, then you felt the pressure, so you played here. And this is just bad for you because your pawns are all stuck on dark squares. So, and my knight's very good. And I can attack this 1 billion times, and you can attack this like once. So you're worse here. And then you can't play chess like that. You can't like double your rooks behind a pawn and hope I don't win it. You do something else. That's the way everybody plays that's, lower rated. They're like, oh, my pawn, I might lose it. So they make all my pieces terrible so I don't lose it. Well, your pieces are terrible. So, just lose it. I mean, in this position, rook goes on c1, knight a5. This position's okay for you. But you can't double your rooks behind a pawn then defend it. Like, you have knight a4, knight c5, knight takes bishop, rook c1. Play actively. Rook d2 to d1, that's shallow and pedantic. Yeah, and taking is a very bad move. Then you're probably lost. Like, any other move is better. Blundering your knight's better, but not really. Knight e4, knight a4. You can't do that. Then you got nothing. Then you're just going to lose. So, I don't know which move's better. Probably knight a4 is better, but I don't know. Yeah, and then it's a game. Probably the engine would say it's equal, but it's better for black because the engine's stupid. Niala subscribed. Yeah. So these are very passive moves, and then this is a very passive move. Because look at your 3 pieces. They're defending a pawn that's pinned. So I can like walk my king up, I can play e5, I can play f5, f4. I have so many ideas. I can play a5 and get rid of my isolated pawn, and then move my... And your plan is to not lose this. Frankly, terrible. Okay, and then you tried to get counterplay, good. And then, I was going to try to get my king in here, and you played this crazy move. Then you're just losing for sure. One thing you didn't realize, because nobody realizes it, is when you move something, it's not there anymore. And you're like, I know that, but you don't really know it. You just think you know it. So this pawn's excellent because I can't go here. And then you played a6, so now I can go here forever. So that's bad when I can go here forever. Yeah, so you shouldn't go here. Just, move your king in, move your king here, or move your king here, double rooks on the c file and attack my pawn. Yeah, I mean my bishop's not on your pawn anymore, so you don't have to have your rooks doubled behind your pawn. Okay, and now you're just losing because you're down a pawn and you're gonna lose all these pawns too. Yeah, so now you got nothing. Yeah, now I can win at my leisure and my leisure. Yeah, you just lose all your pawns. And then I guess I should have queen with mate, but I missed it. It's funny, if I want to play silly, instead of mating you and play king b3, then you queen with check and I lose. So h5 is the only silly move. There's no other silly move that wins. Oh, maybe king b4 wins. You queen, I queen with check, and I win this. That might be winning. Maybe. All right. So that was that game.